Okay, so here we are for doing our homework for section 3.8. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the instructions here. Here's what we have to do. We have to, you can read it over as good as I can, but we are working on upgrading a domain controller, a server to a domain controller. Okay, and here are the instructions. First one is prepare your VM. Well, we've done that. Ensure that it is running in Azure. So what we'll do is in our downloads directory, we have the RDP file. I'll double click on it. It will ask me a couple of things and it will ask me for my credentials and I will give it. And it will ask me if I am sure I want to run without a certificate. And then what it'll do is it will give me grief by running on the other computer. There we go. So here we have it, that it is running on this computer. All right, so the next thing that we have to do is we have to promote our domain controller by opening our service manager. We're going to slide this over just a little bit. And here we are. We're going to go in here and we're going to click on here and it just doesn't give us a chance. Manage, add rules and features. We're going to add a rule and feature. And before we begin, are we going to do all these things? Yeah, we're happy with that. We're going to do a, we're going to slide down here to our instructions. Okay. Promote your server to a domain controller. Open your server manager. We did that. Add rules and features. We did that. Follow the wizard of the Active Directory domain services. Okay. So here we are. Roles-based features and server. Yep. Next. We want it to be this computer and we want it's a server. Yeah, that's the one we want. Yeah. And we're going to add Active Directory domain services. And it's going to give us a whole bunch of things to go along with that. So away we go. Yep, we're happy with that. We're happy with that. So we'll click on next. We click on next. Okay, went over here to features. Okay. And it's asking us a bunch of things. We'll take the default and confirm and install. And installing is going to take place and it's going to show us progress along here. This is going to take a few minutes. So in order not to bore you, I am going to pause and you can see it. The installation is starting, okay? And I will show you the progress at various points. And here it is. The configuration is required. Installation exceeded. Okay, so we're going to close this here up and we're going to look over, oh, sorry. So we're going to look at our steps. Open the domain manager. When prompted, choose to promote, add a new. Okay, so we're going to go down here to this exclamation mark notification and promote this server to a domain controller. Just slide this over a little bit so you can see that. Domain controller. Click on that. And here it is. Add a domain controller to an existing domain. Add a new domain to an existing forest and to add a new forest. And we are to choose add a new forest. Okay, add a new forest. And the root domain name is ensign.corp. So we'll do it here. ensign.corp. RP, and then we will do next. And we're going to see what it asks for. When prompted, choose to promote it to a domain ensign.net. Set a strong DSRM password. DSRM password, okay. On down here. And this is for when we're doing domain backups. Okay, next. Gives me a something. Okay, we're happy there. We're happy with this. It's a warning we don't care about. Next, the BIOS domain name. It's going to pop it in for us. And it should pop in the name of Ensign. And we're going to do next. And it gives us a whole bunch of different paths. Okay, next. And preview options, we're happy with that. Next, prerequisite check. It is working on that. And so we will, okay, we will press, look at all of these things, go to the very bottom, and we will see that it is passed and the prerequisites have checked. There's a few warnings. We're not overly concerned with that. And we're going to press install. Okay. While the install is going on, we're going to look over here to our right hand to our instructions. We have entered the root domain name. We have set a DSRM password. We must not forget the password and allow the installation to complete. Your server will restart. Okay, so here it is. And it is still working. And we can see by the by this here line, things are still going on. And okay, delegation, it is still working and it is ready. You're about to be signed out. This here is the automatic reboot that it was going to do. So we're going to close that. And does this close on its own or do we have to close it? We didn't have to close it. It's restarting on its own. And what it'll do is probably kick me out of my remote desktop. And there it did. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I still have my Azure module here. I can look at my virtual machine and the stop is on, so that means that the start has happened. So now I'm going to go back to my uh, RDP file, double click on it. Again, it's going to warn me, give me some warnings, ask me for my password. And here's where I have to make another choice. Okay, so we'll look over here. When logging into the RDP, before entering your username, be sure to type Ensign / before your username. So I will do more choices, use a different account, and my username is Ensign / Gerald. And my password is, and of course I'm not saying it out loud. And remember me so it will know that I'm logged in. Okay, and here I go, and we get the same prompts as before. And up comes our remote desktop. I put that a little bit too big. We can't actually see it in our video capture window, so I'll put it down here. Okay, there we go. And So here we are. We have logged in. Now number 4, record. Yeah, yeah. Record the screen. We've done that. Explain why you did each of the steps. I took the default. Demonstrate you've installed and enabled Active Directory services on your server. We did that. Demonstrate that you have named your domain. Okay. Demonstrate that you're logged in. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of this here guy. We're going to go into here and we're going to type in setup. And in setup, settings, my apology, settings. Okay, so what am I going to do about my system? And I am looking at my users, and I will go back because I blew it on that one, accounts. And here I am Ensign/Gerald. So I am in a domain administrator account. I could put my picture in there, but I'm not going to. The other thing that I am going to do is I'm going to go to PowerShell. PowerShell window. In the PowerShell window, I am going to look and I am going to see that I am users Gerald. I'm going to go to, where am I going to, command line. Okay, so CLI. No, I don't want that. I'm going to get out of this here and I am going to do something, I'm going to do the old one, CMD, command prompt. And there it is. I'm going to pause for a second until I figure out how I did this before. Silly me. I should have known how to do that. PowerShell. PowerShell. Here we go. We're going to ruin that. And who am I all together? Who am I? I am on the Ensign domain and I am Gerald. There we have it, the whole thing. Thank you very much for your patience. And here is all of the, I'm going to make this full screen or a wider screen. Come on, get over there. And here we can see the rubric criteria. I'm going to make that full screen so we can see it. Okay, and here we have the things, and there's our total points. So I'm going to go over the rubric again. There we are. There we are. There we are. And there we are. And the reason that I am doing this is because somebody had mentioned to me that the module goes away after you finish, after the time. And so I just put that in there in case anybody ever wants to see it. Thank you. Bye.